Imagine a league built by the people, for the people. A league dedicated to the economic development of your city. So the question becomes, how good are the 32 teams that play in the minor football league? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to experience the MFL.
Welcome to another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles Sr., CEO, Chairman, and founder of the Minor Football League. I want everybody to say happy Friday to everyone. We want to get started. MFL is the laboratory of change. I got my guest here with me, Dr. Pat Freeman of the Rochester Chargers. I want to bring him on right now. Like everywhere, as you know, Dr. Freeman, you're up there in New York. So how's everything going up there, sir? And let me just do the wellness check first. How you doing? How you feel? And how's everything with everybody?
I feel great. I'm in quarantine because I was traveling, but I did take a COVID test, waiting for the results. But we're just being careful to make sure, you know, everybody's healthy. So if you travel, that's the new thing that they're doing. Rather than put you in quarantine for 14 days, you have to take a COVID test and then take an additional test after you take that one, and then they won't quarantine you for 14 days.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm glad you in good health and everything. I know you did travel. You had some a friend of yours you had to go to his funeral, and as you know, I had some death in my family last Friday, my cousin, and that's something that we still dealing with right now. But get into MFL business. How's everything going up there with you, sir? You're just like a shining star due to MFL, and everybody excited about not only the MFL, but what you're doing too in terms of the MFL being a laboratory of change.
Absolutely. We are trying to make a big difference. We're participating in as many community programs as we can, even during COVID. Last week, we participated in a food giveaway. The week before, we participated it was a Halloween party for young people they did it under social distancing conditions and everything. So young people could have a safe place for the period of time of Halloween. But, we're still doing what we're doing. We're getting ready for 2021. And I think we have a great opportunity to do some great things in Western New York with the minor football league's inaugural season in Western New York, Southern Ontario. I think we're going to regionally make a huge difference and bring in a tremendous amount of revenue to the Rochester marketplace. And that's something that I hope people realize that's what the MFL can do for the city that it is participating in. And it's about economic development. It is about change. And this has been your vision. And I appreciate you giving me this opportunity that you get to imagine a league that is dedicated towards the economic development of your city. And that's what we're going to do in Rochester. Now, some of them I don't think realize this as of yet, but they will. And that's something I'm confident in, is they will.
Absolutely. And you're doing such an outstanding job there, sir. I must commend you for all the hard work you're doing because you jumped in, hands, you start roll your sleeves up as soon as you came in the MFL and also as a GM. And then congratulations on being an owner. I can't express that enough because it's people like you that's very deserving and understand generational wealth in the fact that the MFL is the laboratory of change. Now, also, we're going to have one of the new coaches for the Maryland Colts will be joining us a little later on in the show. As you know, it's found a great young GM out there with the Maryland Colts. So we're very excited about the MFL and what we're doing. And you got so much support up there, along with the other franchises around the country. But you, Ray, I mean, when I say you're a shining star, you exemplify of what the MFL is about. We're about community. We're about economic development. We're about putting kids first. And these are the types of things that the MFL been known for a long time. And we definitely excited about it. And we also control the narrative, and being a part of the executive board, as you know, we still talking about it. And we got our eyes on Rochester for the All-Star game, MFL All-Star game.
Absolutely.
MFL executive board meeting and stuff. So you're bringing so much to Rochester. And from the support you're getting, I'm not going to say they don't know, because they do know. And unfortunately, the ones that don't know, then that's a shame on them. And they're going to realize that they are left out. And when things start moving along, then they'll be trying to come and talk with you. But then again, remember, we did give them an opportunity to be a part of what the MFL is doing. And it's a shame that people still don't understand that people of color can do a lot of things that has to do very important in the community as well. And when people just feel like they want to sit back and look, and I commend you, because you're not one of those individuals that sit back and look. You're definitely a hands-on type of person. Remind me of me when I was young. I'm dating myself there, Dr. Freeman. So don't let me do. But ever since we did have the conversation about the MFL, I mean, you should roll your sleeves up. You've been doing a great job. And we always acknowledge other people. We got some great GMs here in the minor football league. And we're just excited about the Africa trip. Unfortunately, we supposed to went over there this month, but because the COVID, we canceled that. And they understand as well as that, we want everybody to take precaution with this, because I stated this before. We don't know what this COVID-19 is. And we definitely don't have a cure for it yet. So in the meantime, I just tell everybody, be careful and do what you're supposed to. Really wear those face masks. And, you don't want to wear them, then don't go outside. These are some things that we're doing. And we want to, commend Dr. Eubanks, the first woman owner with the, with the 49ers down there. Down in Florida, we're excited about that, and Fort Lauderdale. So these are some of the things that we're excited about doing, as you know, Dr. Freeman.
Oh, absolutely. I commend her. She's our chancellor. We're both GODSU alumnus, and commend her for being the first woman owner in the MFL. And I think she's going to do a great job. And we will do everything in our power to help her with her organization down in Florida, as we do with every franchise in this country and abroad. That's our job, because our job is to make sure that the league is successful, not an individual franchise. It's about the league and the MFL, and that's the philosophy that I've gotten from you, and I try to outstretch that to all of the GMs around the country, that this is a great thing. We're making history. You got to put the work in, though. It's not going to drop from the ceiling or from the sky. You got to put the work in.
And we got to we want to fill in MFL Nation, because we want them to understand what the MFL is doing, what we're about, the laboratory change. We have the 16 franchises are going to Africa, but we do have the 16 here. And we'll just acknowledge these franchises. In the Mid-Atlantic, you have the Washington Chiefs, the Maryland Colts, the Rochester Chargers, we in the Philadelphia, up in Philly, we have the Saints. We also have the Raiders up in New Jersey. These are some of the franchises that we have. And when you go down in the South, you know, you have the North Carolina Outlaws. I'm sorry, you have the North Carolina Oilers, the South Carolina Outlaws, the Tennessee Patriots. You know, we had the Florida Bears. We had the Florida 49ers. And we also have, and you know, I know that our GM down there in Georgia watching the Warriors.
The Georgia Warriors.
Absolutely.
Brother Barlow.
Where, you know, these are the franchises that's in other places in the country. And then, you know, of course, up in Texas, we have the Rams. In Houston, you know, in Eastern Texas, we have the Cardinals. You know, San Antonio, you know, we have the Steelers. And then in Oklahoma, we have the Cowboys. And then New Orleans, we definitely have that we're excited about the Packers down there. So as you can see, that the MFL covers the map in terms of here, and we're putting over 16 franchises over there. So these franchises does exist, and you hear everybody, we're talking about it, but we just like to remind people, you know, Doc, where these franchises are. We getting a lot of young men calling and doing registration, and they're excited. But we also want to point out to them the fact that, you know, we want to make sure everybody's safe. It's not just about football with us. You know, for the players beyond the field, we want them to understand entrepreneurship. With our dance team, Lisa, she doing a great job with our dance team. A lot of women inquiring about that, which we're excited about. So we're excited about a lot of things that the MFL is doing. But more importantly, the fact that the MFL is the laboratory of change, Doc.
Absolutely. And, you know, I'm excited that hopefully we will see a change in the pandemic status so we can really get to work. You know, I will say this. Aside from the tragedy of this pandemic, it's taught us how to expand our ability to get our narrative out on different mediums in different ways. And it's also given us an opportunity to make some adjustments in how we're doing things. I don't think I would have done some of the things that I've done with the franchise this early if we did not have this opportunity to, you know, digress and talk to you and Mel Forbes and Dr. Joyce Harris and others on how to approach this from a different manner. So that is one of the better things that came from the pandemic. But we also remember that a lot of people have suffered behind this pandemic. More than 10 million people have tested positive from this virus, and more than 240,000 people have transitioned from this virus. So there is a tragedy there, but those of us that are taking all the protocols into consideration, and with the MFL, I think it's given us an opportunity to learn how to do some different things. Also, I wanted to tell you we're getting some positive feedback from our RFP. We've got about 4 or 5 potential people that are very much so qualified to deliver a good product for the franchise and the MFL. We're waiting to hear from all of them, and we'll go from there. I think this is a great thing too, to see the MFL being streamed. I think is a great opportunity, more than what people understand, that when you're put on a channel or a broadcast entity, when you're put in a streaming entity, you can be seen all over the world at any time. And I think this is a great opportunity for the Minor Football League as we expand our operation onto the African continent.
Absolutely. And the fact that we do want people to understand that this is not easy. I mean, what you're doing, Dr. Freeman, and the rest of the GMs around the country, it might look easy, but it's a collaborative effort with the MFL to make sure that everything goes smoothly although there will always be some bumps in the road with
Right.
people outside of the MFL, because I always say anything people don't understand, they have a tendency to be afraid of it, be it good or bad, sometimes because of other things. But I want to point out to everybody, we're not those people. We are an individual. We are the MFL. We are the laboratory of change. And the MFL, we do everything in a very professional manner. As Dr. Freeman stated earlier, we got so many people coming to us, different vendors and stuff, and we'll deal with them fairly, and we'll give everybody a great shot at being a part of what we're doing, because the MFL, we're about community. It's like it's said about the MFL, we are a league for the people and by the people. See, because without these people, then we could not, go. But we want people to understand, stop assuming things about the MFL and ask us. No one can tell our story better than us. We don't believe in the history. We believe in our story. That's why we're telling it. That's why we're writing it. So if you don't understand anything about the MFL in terms of business or whatever in the different municipalities around the country, call us. I'll be more than willing to talk to you, talk to them about it and get them to understand. If they still don't, then that's fine. But remember, they can't say we did not tell them about the league, or they did not know about us. We've been around for, when we go again, it'd be 28 years, you know. So that just goes to show you that you always say documentation be conversation. We're not talking about what we're going to do. This is what we already done, and we still here. So when I look at what you're doing and the other GMs that are working so hard and so diligently, we understand that what we're up against, and we look forward to the challenge. We like it. To me, it's not work. Maybe to other people it is, and what people wonder how things can run as smooth as they run is because of people like yourself, Dr. Freeman, and along with the other GMs that we had, because everybody doing a great job working to one objective. You know what I mean? We're not all over the place, and I have to commend you guys for the hard work you guys doing in putting this, putting everything in motion. And like I said, we are waiting. We are getting a lot of feedback on venues and stuff, which I love. But you're right. It had to take. Like I tell people all the time, God's in charge. You may think you're in charge, but you're not in charge. So it gave us that opportunity to regroup and really reinforce all the things that we really started out to do, and why we're so successful in what we're doing, Doc.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got something I wanted to show you. I've got, just so people realize the amount of preparation we do in the MFL. That's where I'm playing, Doc.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to start planning our game day operation. And then I'll show it. I sent you a copy of this.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. There's a lot more to the MFL than just a game. And you see all that space. We're going to create a festival atmosphere for people in the community that have food concession licenses. If they have food concession licenses, you can reach out to me. We would like to give you an opportunity to be there and to sell your wares to our customers that will be at that stadium. That stadium holds 13,666 people. And we're looking to give people an opportunity, and that's what you've always talked about. That's economic development.
Absolutely.
You're giving people an opportunity to make money with the MFL's games, and we're looking for probably 7 to 8 concession vendors that will participate during our season at the Rochester Community Sports Complex. So we're looking forward to it. We're planning. It's a lot of work. And you see, I've got all these maps and drawings and everything else. we try to share the information I get from you. I share it with all the other GMs, and to make sure that we are flowing the information to all the GMs so that every team in the league is moving in the right direction. So I feel that we're in a good position in Rochester. There's been some bumps in the road along the way, but you expect those things. And that's what the MFL is about. That's why the MFL has certain components that can handle bumps in the road so that we get back and do the things that we need to do. And we've just been nonstop. Nothing has stopped us from putting our message and our narrative out there about the Rochester Chargers of the MFL. And I appreciate the opportunity that not only that you've given myself individually, but the opportunity that you have given Southern Ontario, Western New York, and Western Pennsylvania. This is a great opportunity for these communities to take advantage of the vision that you have put in place for the Minor Football League.
Absolutely, and I have to also extend this out, that the fact that you have that your executive board is all women. I think
yes, sir.
Kudos for that. I mean, I'm excited about that, and all of your coaches. I met them, and that's why the MFL network is so important, because we have our people on all the time, and you can hear from them what we're doing in other parts of the country. So these are the types of things that we do in the MFL, and like you said earlier, sometimes people don't. People got to understand. Some people don't like change, but change is here, and the last change is right with it. So change is here, and some people don't like it. Sometimes it's a need for it, whether you like it or not. That's just like when you come in a community and you start doing things. Some people like it, some don't, but they have to understand that if things was peachy keen the way it was, then you would not need things to come in and make it better, to enhance what you got there. So these are the type of things that I would like to extend to people. And we do have Doc here on for a while, because we're very mindful of his time, because we know he have another meeting. So we'll keep you right on time, Doc, at 5:30. I know you have to, or a little before you go off. But I just want to say that they need to understand that change is here.
Absolutely.
Some people
Doc,
don't want
you're way ahead of change. And a lot of people, I don't know if you heard today, Major League Baseball announced their first female general manager.
Right.
You've had 2 female vice presidents. You have a female owner. We have an all-female board of directors. The Minor Football League is a laboratory of change. We're way ahead of a lot of these other leagues. And before you know it, all of them are going to realize, wow, the MFL is way ahead of everybody. And I could not be prouder of the professional ladies that were selected for our board of directors in Rochester. And they all serve a professional purpose for the organization. And they are doing an outstanding job at every level. And I could not be prouder of those 9 ladies. They are extremely professional, and they know exactly their skill levels that they have brought to the table for our organization. Is just a complete honor for me to be associated with all of them.
Absolutely, and know understand the corporate sector very well. They have worked, they held positions in the corporate sector, and then you have owners of their own business. So these are the type of people that the MFL look for, because their knowledge of corporate America, their knowledge of the community, they're part of the communities. So these are the things that the MFL is excited about, and along with our program, Put Kids First. See, we're not forgetting about the kids at all. in everything that we do. If you know any literature or any all the information about the MFL, you notice we always have our programs in there for young kids. We understand kids get in trouble, but that don't mean we throw them away. It's our job to help them, to encourage them, to make sure that we keep them on the right path. So, you know, just like, you know, like I say, it's the laboratory of change. And I just, I like people to really take and experience the MFL and what we're doing, because once they see what the MFL is doing, then they'll be excited about being a part of what we're doing, Doc.
Oh, I think most people are really starting to catch on that this is something very special in Western New York. It gives um, opportunities for people to go from the field to the front office to learn a side of the business part of the sport, just in case there's not enough room for you in these other leagues where you need to make a living. You're going to be mentored in the business part of this, something you're not going to get at most colleges or from professional teams. This is something very special about the MFL, that it gives you an opportunity to learn these areas, such as coaching, being a general manager, and different um, areas of the sport that you've participated in all your life. And a lot of these guys go into various depressions, not having an outlet when they don't find enough room on these other professional franchises. And they wonder where they're going to go. They spent their whole life to training to get your body at that top level of condition, as you well know, because you did it for 9 years. What would have happened to you if you would not have been able to find room on a professional team? Where would your life have been at that point? You would have had to make a tremendous adjustment. The MFL gives the opportunity for these young athletes to learn the business side of this sport, so that there is an alternative to them just continually not going down a road that, you know, there's just oftentimes you got 200, close to 200,000 athletes that come out a year trying for 200 positions. And the MFL gives you an opportunity to sharpen your skills, learn about the sport, the business side of the sport, but also it demands of you to mentor in the communities in which you're located. And that's a great thing.
Absolutely. And we want people to understand, those people in MFL Nation that's watching, if your nephew, your son not watching, and tell them about not only football, that marketing, sports management, PR, you know, TV broadcasting, you know, trainers. You have an opportunity to come to the MFL, because we have, look at where the franchises are. We need people for those positions. It's time for you to come in and learn and understand, get an opportunity to do what you went to school for, because the playing field is not level out there, you know. And that other league, well, you know, they tell you that, but you know, and I know it's not level. And like Dr. Freeman stated earlier, the MFL provides an opportunity you don't find outside of college or professional football. That other stuff they call semi-pro, whatever they call it, you and I know it's no such thing as semi-pro. Either you're pro or you're not. That
Right.
was just an ignorant term people use to justify saying like football. We're going to treat you like professional players. You know what I mean? Because that's what you are to us. And all the things that the MFL is doing, it's just a big, great laboratory and of change that we're teaching, that we're implementing. But we need y'all to be a part of it, because you millennials out there, this is what you want. This is something that you've been talking about. And as people, I talk to people all the time, Dr. Freeman, wow, this is something we always want. Okay, it's no excuse now. It's no
Right.
excuse now. It's no excuse. You didn't get a chance, or nobody didn't call you, or you didn't get that. There's no excuse now, because you have an MFL franchise in your state. So there's no excuse.
Absolutely.
So if you want to sit back and still feel sorry for yourself, or whatever you're doing, and you sit back and make excuses, there are no reason for excuses now.
No. The MFL is here. And we're going to make a difference in every city and community in which we are located, and then some. And on the worldwide stage, the MFL and the NMFL, we're talking to a living legend that has founded two conferences, the Minor Football League and the National Minor Football League, which will compete on the African continent. I am so very proud of you. That's why you get so many awards that you don't know what to do with them. Uh, but you are a visionary, and our job is to carry out and protect your vision and make sure it is implemented properly. That is my job. I'm about the MFL. Don't waste my time with anything else. I don't talk about anything other than the Minor Football League. That's what I'm about, because everything that I want to do can come from making sure that I implement the vision of Dr. Richard D. Myles Sr. for this entire league. And he's entrusted me with being in charge of the Rochester Chargers MFL. And my job is to make sure that we're as successful as possible, putting your roadmap that you've given me into play. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
And you're doing such a great job at it, because a lot of these GMs look towards you and they call you a lot, and that's great, because we don't want no one to feel like they doing it by themselves. That's what the league.
Right.
That's why you have a league. A house divided can't stand. So if you got one person trying to do something, you have no power there. But if there's a league, that's showing muscle. You got muscle.
Absolutely.
You're not some small organization, and the league and the respect that we have from around the country and abroad is because we earned it. It's not because we earned this, because we do what we say, and we say what we're going to do. We say what we mean. You know what I mean? We mean what we say. So I just want to convey that to people and want them to understand. Call us, you young millennials, that call us. Whatever we had some young ladies call about photography, sports photography. Great. She said, I love what y'all doing. These are the types of things that we have for you. You want to be a sports photographer. Oh, what's better than being here with the Minor Football League, learning your way? You don't have to go nowhere, because more than likely you have an MFL franchise there. You don't have to go nowhere. You can cover it. You got people that want to be in the broadcasting. Hey, right here, look at what the franchises are. So these are the type of things that I want them to understand, Dr. Freeman. And we always try to stress to people. I said, like players in the HBCU schools, we see y'all. We hear y'all. Don't be foolish and just say, well, I'm going to wait for that other league. You'll still be waiting this time 20 years from now. And you want to, you know what I mean? It's time to open your eyes. It's time, if you want to play and you want to finish that dream, this is the place, And of course, we want the best of the best too. It's not a cakewalk when we telling people, come on up here. You're going, that's not what this is. But you want to play against the best. And what's so unique about it, you playing against the best around the country.
Absolutely.
One MFL franchise in every state. One. That's the unique part about it. So therefore you will get the best players from all over,
Right.
These are the types of things. And then you learn camaraderie. You get a chance to meet other players when you come to their different states when you play. These are the type of things that we are doing in the MFL. These are the type of things that we want people to be a part of, especially the community. Understand, we're not here to take anything from the community. We don't ask the municipality for no money, no nothing. We're going to pay our way. But we would like their cooperation in terms of what we want to do. We ain't asking you to give us anything. We're paying our way. And we bring affordable entertainment. We're giving people an opportunity to play in the MFL. We're giving them an opportunity to be on a professional dance team. You know what I mean? We give them an opportunity for economic development for these businesses. Get an opportunity to come in here. This is what we offering. We enhancing. You see, we're not taking that. We have our own programs working with at-risk youth. that we're going to implement, because as Dr. Freeman stated, all the players and the dance team members have to do 100 hours of community service. So they're in the community. These are not somebody you see during game time that you don't see them no more. These individuals work and live in the community. So
Right.
you're familiar with them. You know who they are. You know what I mean, Doc?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So these are some of the things that the MFL is about, and the thing that we do, and the thing that we're proud of being a part. We want to be a part of the community. That's what we're there for. We're not there for a short time and leave. We are a community. We are a part of the community. So we want y'all to just deal with us, and we understand, everything for everybody. I tell people all the time, because you're my complexion, I don't make you my kind. And we understand.
Right.
We don't have a problem with that. But, believe me, we're not here to do anything but enhance what the community doing, And like I say, I have to be very mindful of because I know Dr. Freeman have another a meeting and another show to do. So I whenever you wanted to bow out, Dr. Freeman, just let me know, and I understand, and we'll continue with this. But let them know how to get in contact, because we get a lot of your guys. A lot of guys from up there calling, I started to give them to the Colts people and stuff, but
No, send them my way. We're looking for you. Yeah, they can reach me at pfreemanrcmfl@gmail.com, or they can go to our website at rochesterchargersmfl.com, and you can register for the dance team, or you can register for our combine tryouts, or you can get your season tickets right there at our website, rochesterchargersmfl.com. And if you want to look over at the MFL's website, we have a link that takes you right over to the league's website, right on our website. So we're trying to get it in and get it done. But I am scheduled for another Zoom call, and I've got to go right now. I appreciate you, Doc. I'll be in touch with you a little later today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Freeman. And also, I want people to know that, that the MFL is going to do a limited amount of season tickets. And we want people to understand that we want to do a limited amount. So, I encourage people to understand, don't, come when the time the game started to be playing and you see all this different information out. If you don't get your tickets when they go on sale, you do not come up to the different stadiums to try to purchase tickets, because it will be none. There will be no tickets sold at the different stadiums. So we want people to understand that we will not be selling tickets at the different venues. We don't do that. That's why we're selling a limited amount of season tickets ahead of time. So you don't have to worry about, well, I'm going up there to get a ticket. That's not happening. You have to get your tickets early when they go on sale, because believe me, they'll be gone. And when you come up there to the game, don't get an attitude and say, what kind of stuff is it they ain't selling tickets? Well, we let you know right now, you hear it right from me, Dr. Myles, that we do not sell tickets at the gate. We do not do that. We sell season tickets, and we want a whole family to be able to enjoy it, because most of the family, that's what we want to get. And most families consist of 4 people. And I know it's more, but then again, that's the season ticket will accommodate 4 people for each season ticket. So that's why we encourage you guys to go out and as soon as they come on, because I'm gonna tell you, when they go. I don't want people to do what they used to do. And can you get my family in? No, I can't do any of that. You know what I mean? That's why we put the tickets on sale ahead of time, and we let you know a limited amount. If you see all our promos, our commercial, it states we selling a limited amount of season tickets. That means that's it. We're not gonna sell any more of them. And once they're gone, they are gone. You just have to catch playoff time or something like that. But other than that, you cannot, come up and buy tickets. So we're going to cut down on that kind of traffic up there, because with the security, we will let them know we don't have people standing around out there. There's no reason for you standing around out there, because there's no tickets to be paid. It's not in and out, because you have a ticket, you got to go to the car. Once you in, you in. If you go out, you out. So I just want to convey that to everybody so they can understand. And you'll hear us talking about that more and more and more. Now, moving on with the show, I want, like I said, I want people to understand that we're excited about, the 2021 season. This year, we did not go. I made that call because I took this COVID-19 seriously, and I didn't want people to get sick. And in spite of that, a lot of people did get sick. Well, I'm quite sure a lot of people on here lost loved ones. Even myself, I had family members that come to this virus. So I'm just letting people know, be careful. Don't take this lightly. This is serious. And like I said, the MFL is a laboratory of change. If you want to get in contact with us, our website is mflishere.com. That's the website. Our email is experience@mfl@gmail.com. These are the way to get in contact with the MFL. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. These are all the different platforms that you can get in contact with the MFL. You can also see our show, MFL Sports Talk Show on Wednesdays from 5 to 6, Fridays from 5 to 6, and Saturdays 11 o'clock on Saturday mornings. That's the Inside the MFL radio show that we be doing. So we're excited about the MFL and what we're doing. And like I say, we want people to be a part of it, come experience what we're doing. We're doing a lot of different things in the community. You might not see it or hear about it, but when you look up, then you see us doing all these different things. Unfortunately, we do have to be careful because we have to be very mindful of this COVID-19. I'm excited about the new the election. I'm excited that that's over with. I'm glad people got out and vote and exercise your right to vote. I'm excited about that. I won't go into the different parties or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm glad everybody got out there and voted. And now they can understand. You feel good about doing something that, remember, years and years ago, we did not have that opportunity, or we did not was afforded that luxury to be able to, believe it or not, vote, So these are the type of things that we tend to take for granted, and we shouldn't take for granted because it's very important we understand to take advantage of the opportunities that we have. Also, like I say, if you have people interested in internship, please contact us. Anything sports line or marketing or PR, any of those things, trainers, please get in contact with us. Like I said, our website is mflishere.com. Our email is experience@mfl@gmail.com. We're on all the social media platforms. You can always see our shows because immediately after the show is off, you can always go to our different platforms and you can see the show that you missed. So we're excited about that. You have any questions, you can call in and let us know. Maybe sometime we'll answer them on the line. Sometime we do that, but y'all keep in mind that I'm just learning about this technology stuff. So I generally have my co-hosts on the show that do a great job, Mr. Robert Gatewood, the money market pulpit that comes on Fridays. He's doing a great job being here with the MFL on the board, along with all the other staff that we have that's working very diligently and really hard in making this go. I tell people all the time, I'd like to take the credit for all this, but in reality, I have a lot of help, and we have some good people that people believe in the vision and understand the vision. So everybody plays a part as far as being a part of the MFL, and we want people to come and join us and be a part of what we're doing. It's very important that they understand that the MFL is the laboratory of change, and we're going to be here We're not going anywhere, and to give you an opportunity. For all you guys the young guys that feel that you didn't get an opportunity, you wasn't called when the draft came, don't worry about that. We have the combine. I tell everybody, each team franchise will do 3 combines. Each franchise will do 3, and we'll sign 20 players from each combine, and that'll give us a total of 60, gentlemen. So you get an opportunity right here. As I stated before, do not take this lightly. This opportunity will never come again. Once we get going with it again, as we've been doing over the years. So I'm excited about the MFL, and I hope you're excited about it. And I want people to understand that, it takes a lot of work. But then again, we need people like yourself that've been sitting back, and you in a little rut right now because you don't know what to do because of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. You're looking for your niche, whatever field you in. Call us, and see if you might fit in here doing something that you might be interested in, as opposed to sitting home. I understand that people getting cabin fever because the COVID-19 is spiking again all over the country. I want people to really, like I say, take precaution. This is not a joke here. I don't want nobody get sick, and that could have been avoided if we done what we supposed to do. So these are some of the things that I always, convey all the time when I do my show. I talk about this all the time. We want people to understand that please take precaution out there. The MFL, like I said, is a laboratory of change. We control the narrative, and that's what we want. We want to control the narrative. A lot of people ask me all the time, wait a minute, I never heard of this. Is this new? No, it's not new. It's new to you. But as I tell people all the time, thank God for social media, because now we don't need you to look for us on mainstream media. You don't have to do that, because what's more bigger than the social media? Nothing. And as you know, social media is huge. And I just want people to understand that, like I say, we're in your communities. We're working in your communities. We want to be a part of your community. So we're not just coming there to play football. That's not what the MFL is about. The MFL is the laboratory of change. We want to bring former players from the field to the front office, meaning you made the other league great. We're going to give you an opportunity to be a general manager. We'll give you opportunity for a head coaching job, not because we just giving it to people. Of course, we want qualified people. There's no glass ceiling here. You can move to the organization as rapidly as you want in the field that you went to school for, or more importantly, the type of work that you always wanted to do. So, if you got another job, it's no problem. We're not telling you to quit your job, what you're doing, because this season, just run the half of the league. That's during the summer. That's when we play. The league run from June to August. That's it. That's as far as the league run. So as you can see, we're not telling nobody quit your job. Oh, quit your job, walk away from it. No, you can still do this. The games are 7 o'clock kickoffs, as you can see, on a Saturday night. What can be more, nicer than to go to watch a professional football game on a Saturday night? You and the family, not just you and the fellas, but everybody. Because more than likely, it's going to be somebody on there, one of those franchises that you know, or your family know, or maybe a cousin or nephew. It's going to be somebody that you know, and they're going to be encouraging you. We will be putting the rosters up after we sign certain people. We will be putting it up so you can see these guys and know these guys. And you say, wait a minute, I know him. That's what we want. We want that collaboration where you know the people, or not when they just play on Saturday night, you not see them anymore. That's not what the MFL is about. The MFL is excited about being in the community. I encourage anybody have any questions, feel free to call us. At the office, we're taking it. like everybody else, it's a pandemic. We don't get in the office that much. We try not to go, but you still can reach us. I'll take all the calls, or some of the staff will take the calls. We'll answer all your questions, but thank God we just have to get credit out for doing the website, because the website is very informative. You can get all your answers can be there, but just in case you want to talk to someone and ask other questions that might relate to it, might not, we here to answer those questions. So don't sit back and think about it and want to call us, and we'll answer your question. And don't get it, be misinformed. I'm not sitting here thinking that, oh, I'm that be all. I don't have all the answers. But I tell people all the time, I'm like a puzzle. I collect the pieces as I go, and I'm like a sponge. I absorb as much information I can. That's why I had the type of people on my board with me. I don't claim to know everything. I know a little bit about everything, but I'm smart enough to get people in those positions that know what they're doing. So, my hat's off to my staff, my executive board. We're excited here in the Minor Football League. So I'm going to tell you again, our website is mflishere.com. I'll repeat that, mflishere.com. Our email is experience.mfl@gmail.com. Our phone number is 240-551-8031. That's 240-551-8031. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We're on all the different platforms that if people want to contact us. So that's the great thing about the MFL and the thing that we're doing with the MFL, and we want y'all to be a part of it. And as I state, all my GMs and everybody part of MFL will tell you, come experience the MFL. That's all we want you to do. We just want you to experience what the MFL is doing in the community and the things that we're doing. So we're excited about that. And as I say, I didn't come on last time because I did have death in the family. And right now we're dealing with that right now. But I also owe it to my organization and the MFL and what we're doing. Like I said, we have some great people here, and we have another show that coming on and stuff that I have to do. So anybody have any questions or want to be a part of the MFL or call us, feel free to call us. We're looking forward to talking with y'all. Anything you don't understand and you want to know about. But I encourage you young men that's leaving college, especially the HBCUs. Let me make this very clear. This is not the Negro Leagues. We're not that. That's not what we are. We are the MFL, which is the Minor Football League. So I don't want nobody thinking, oh, well, he just won black. No, that's not what we're saying. But I know that HBCUs are really underserved than the bigger schools. We want everybody to come out. But I'm reaching out to the HBCUs because they more so than anything have chips on their shoulders because they are overlooked. We're not going to overlook you. We started to do the combine for the HBCs a long time ago, and the NFL talking about doing it, and that's what all the publicity went at. But God don't like ugly. That's why this came about. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, because we know people did die from this pandemic, but the MFL was doing these things first. And we want everybody to know that you are in your cities. We're in your states. We're in your states. So some of the GMs and some of the coaches, we're looking to hire. We still have two positions open. Fort Lauderdale 49ers, we're looking for a GM there and a head coach. And also down in New Orleans, the Louisiana Packers, those are the last two positions that open with the MFL in terms of giving people an opportunity, former players, but you don't have to be a former NFL player. You can be someone that had college experience and feel that you didn't get a shot. Please send us your resume and stuff. Let us take a look at it. Who knows? You might be that GM for the 49ers down in Fort Lauderdale. And the great thing about it, we don't want nobody moving to these areas. We want people from those areas, okay? I know it's good, the pay is good, but we don't want nobody removing your family. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is be from the area, because it's no better than having somebody from that area. Because people down in the South, if y'all know it, and I say it again and not being negative, you better know somebody down there. If you don't know somebody, it'll be very difficult for you to come in down there. So, in saying that, I just want people to understand, we want people from the area, and we have 2 GM positions open. We have 2 head coaching positions open, and at the Fort Lauderdale 49ers. Okay. We also have the New Orleans, Louisiana Packers position that's open. So, I'm excited about the MFL. Like I say, I'm Dr. Richard D. Myles, CEO, Chairman, and Founder of the Minor Football League. We will be celebrating. We're celebrating 25 years, but when we go again, it will be 28 years, because the MFL was set on the shelf for 2 years when we first bought the league out. We had the one franchise, and that was the Washington Chiefs. So we're excited about the fact that the longevity of the league, the fact that we do things right. We're not going to lie to no players and tell them we're going to do this and that. That's why the other leagues came to a close, because you can't do that. Our vision and concept is different. I know you guys want to play in that other league. You dream about playing in that other league, but let's just face the fact. It's not that you're not good enough to play in that other league. It's not enough room. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming. The only problem with dreaming, gentlemen, ladies, you have to wake up from it. Sooner or later, you got to wake up from that. So these are just some advice that I give you guys. I want to, tell you guys that we look forward to meeting you guys. We look forward to the season. Come experience what we're doing, okay? Now, I'll give it to you one more time. Our website is mflishere.com. Our email is experiencemfl@gmail.com. Also, we're on all the social media platforms. Okay, so I want to just sign off and tell you this has been another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles. We'll see you next week. Thank you.